Hi, welcome to Make a Site Guide. In the last tutorial we have made a site root folder for our website. We made a CSS folder and an images folder, and we have created the first page of our site. It is a blank page, we haven't done anything yet. It's the index.html document. It is going to be our home page. Now what I would like to do is to show you how to create div tags and how to control them through CSS. So the first thing I'm going to do is to give this page a style. That means that I'm just going to give it a background, let's say black. Click apply and you can see that the background is black now and that little style rule has appeared here. So the next thing we are going to do is to add a div tag. This is the div tag button. Just click on it and you can see that this little window appeared. And it says insert at insertion point, class and ID. Now we are going to insert it at the insertion point because this is our first div tag and of course it is going to be on the top of the page. I'm not going to define anything yet in this tutorial. I'm just going to name this div tag 1. We are going to use it to learn to control the div tags. Now I'm going to split view so you can see what's happening in the code. You can see that it says div id 1. This is the opening tag of our div tag and this is the closing tag. Now you can see that it says content for id 1 goes here. We can erase that, we don't need it. Now you only see this dotted yellow line going through your page. Now what we are going to do is to add a CSS layout. So come here, make sure that style is selected and click on this little page with the plus sign on it. You can see that the selector type is advanced, IDs pseudo class selectors, and the selector is already named 1. Make sure that you define it in new style sheet file. Just hit OK and save it as layout.css in the CSS folder we have created in the last tutorial. Click Save and you can see that the properties panel of our div tag has appeared. Now here you can control, in type you control the font, the color of your letters. The background controls every background asset of our site. In block you can align the text in the div tag. The box, here we are going to define the width, the height, the margin, everything. So this is where you are going to control your div tags. Now just to show you what's happening here, I'm going to give it a width of 500 and a height of, I don't know, 400 and apply. Now you can see in the design view that we have a box here. Now to control this box, just double click on this one div tag, we named it 1, and play around with these settings. Try, let's say, to align the div tag in the center, you just uncheck this same for all in the margin box, and for right you select auto and for left also auto, and you will see that the box will move to the middle of the page. You can see now this is how you control it. Now if you want it to move down a little, then you give it a margin from the top, let's say 15 pixels. You can see that it has moved down. This is where you control the position and the look and everything of your div tag. Let's give it a background of gray, apply. You can see that it has changed. Now we're going to use div tags everywhere on our site. We are going to make a wrapper div tag. It will contain everything on the page. It will contain other div tags. So we are going to work with these, and you can see that there are. Now we are going to look at the layout CSS. You can see that it is working here while you are controlling it from the control panel. Let's just take a look. You can see that it says everything. It wrote down everything we did to it. Height 400, width 500, margin right is auto, and margin top 15 pixels, You can see the background color. So this is where you can look at the style of your div tag. Now we are going to work with div tags and with the CSS layout because we will have a much bigger control over our site with this way than any other way, and I think that almost everyone uses this. The other good thing about it, if you are going to place Google ads or any other ads on your site, you can control these div tags, these boxes that you're going to create. You can move it around your website. You can do whatever you want with it. So this is the basic. This is how you control it. So if you want to change something, just double click on the div tag again and just change it, play around, get a feel of it, how it works. Thank you for watching, and watch our next video on creating a website.